So another application that I find very interesting is TV broadcast. And we got a couple pictures to show that as well. You sent me some of CNN, which I didn't put up here, but there's a great one from the Oscars. Now this is actually a screen that's on stage that is also being broadcast, shown, and broadcast out. So the stage, the audience in the hall can see what's on there, and so can the viewing audience at home, right?
Correct. We've been fortunate enough to usually, being a lot of them are here in Hollywood, to do most of the major awards show. Not sure what year this is, but this is an image for being shown previous to the show. I can see the crew's down there and they're doing the setup on the stage.
Right. They're still figuring things out.
Right. So you can. This is generally in most cases, in most for broadcast, it is going to be a rear projection application to isolate the ambient light, and it can be dark, of course, on the backstage too, behind it.
And then I think the next one after that, number 8. Oh, that's the Weather Channel. So
that would be broadcast, and that would be where, again, rear projection, and that looks like what we call 3 projector edge blend, where because you see the wide aspect ratio there.
Super wide aspect ratio.
Yeah. So there'd be 3 projectors behind it, and we have a special rear screens and front screens designed for what we call soft edge blending, which is where you overlap the images 20 to 30%.
That much, really?
Yes. And it's mainly, this is basically from the simulation industry is where we first start seeing the projector blending. And then it takes, obviously, a processor to be able to do that kind of vista.
Sure. Speaking of simulation, we have a couple pictures of that as well. This is a screen. Well, tell us what we're looking at here.
Okay, we're looking at let's see, that's Mark Robinson, who's one of our top guys here. That's a torus screen, which is a compound curb. It has 3 different radiuses involved, a bottom radius down by his feet, much longer radius at the top, and a completely different radius on the side. So it's 3 different radiuses. This would be, again, for edge blending application. You notice that it's a gray matte screen, not white. And so it's designed for multiple projectors, and also designed to dampen any cross reflection. Otherwise, if we used a white screen in that application, such as snow matte, and we put up ANSI checkerboards, it would actually cross reflect on itself.
Because the screen is so deeply curved that you would actually get reflections from one end to the other.
Correct. Yes. So, and what's interesting about that screen is completely seamless, and that's our torus design. So what we did is we built the chamber, or a plenum chamber, behind the screen that's completely airtight, with our frame around the edge, and then we cut this one would be what we call a windshield cut because it's so curved. It looks like a snow cone paper if you flatten it out.
And that's meant to be part of like an airliner simulation where you're looking out a window and you're supposed to see the landscape outside.
This is much bigger than an aircraft one. I'm not sure what this one could be for. It almost looks like a helicopter one to me, but for like a military helicopter. But we sucked the screen back, this flat seamless screen, to get this big compound curve design, and then once it sucks back to its design point, then we have a regulator that holds it there. So the only other way to do that would be able to build a hard shell dome, or to go with this method. So you have 2 ways to do it.
Yeah.
And this is actually, this is small, fairly small compared to some of the large torus screens we built.
Oh man.